Hey, welcome back. Ow, shit. Welcome back. I personally hate when people start their videos by apologizing for their appearance because I'm just like, girl, you're cute. Just do your video and go. However, I feel like I'm borderline disrespectful right now. But in my defense, I've had a very enthusiastic, eventful 48 hours. Listen, I'm crusty, I'm dry, I don't want to put my skin through any more chaos. I actually tried to do my makeup this morning and completely wiped it down because my skin was so upset and so flaky and so just dry and stinky. So I was like, okay, skin, you deserve this. I also get even worse right after a music video, and I did just shoot a music video the day after the accident, actually, for my newest single, Shut Me Up. It's coming out on October 30th, the music video and the song. It is a straight up horror movie. It's so beautiful and cinematic and eerie, but colorful and bright. The song is super powerful. It's about being silenced and refusing to be silenced. It's definitely more aggressive than anything I've done. My style is really starting to come through, like this new style and new era. But weirdly enough, and this is actually true for all of the upcoming songs, these are my oldest songs. So if you like my old music, if you miss that sound of like Honestly, Encore, Out Loud, these songs were all written and recorded 3 years ago before any of the new stuff. So if you like that old stuff, you're going to love Shut Me Up and all of the upcoming singles and the album because I wrote them first. Like, I was still very much in that style, in that genre, but I'm so happy that I waited to put them out because now I have a live band on them. I have real electric guitar, real drums, so it's true rock sound, and I fucking love it, and I believe that they're coming exactly at the right time. So, putting out a little horror movie for October 30th, filmed it in heels, on a broken toe, steel toe boots with a broken toe. But enough about that, let's get right into this story. And guys, this story is not like an, oh my god, please pity me story at all, because I'm alive, I am well. This is a, oh my god, can you believe how fucking ridiculous the situation is? And I really am fine outside of a few bumps, bruises, a broken toe, some broken fingernails. But truly, and especially the more I really think about the situation now that I'm out of the adrenaline of it, I am so fucking lucky to be alive. Bought a $2.5 million home. I'm gonna hear that there was my Anyway, there was like a 60-second period where I was like, okay, you need to really accept the fact that you might fucking die right now. But I am alive. So what doesn't kill you makes a good story. So I shot my music video on Thursday, and Wednesday I had this whole self-care plan that I was just gonna, you know, really relax and prepare for the video shoot and make sure that I had everything ready. So I was gonna train in the morning, go get a facial to try to help me deal with some of this maskne, which please tell me that somebody else in the world is dealing with this as aggressively as I am. These have been here for literally over a month now. So I was gonna get a facial, then go get my nails done, and then just get everything ready for tomorrow. So I had worked out, had a great workout, was feeling amazing, and then I was gonna stop at home, get some lunch, and then I was gonna go get my nails done. So as I'm pulling into the spa to get my face scraped, my tank hits E, my little light comes on, and listen, I have been driving my Corolla since 2015. I know my car very well. I know how far she can go on E, or so I thought. So I get my facial, and then I get on the highway. I have my phone in my little phone holder, looking at the directions, and I'm getting all these little emails that are popping up from my managers, my agents, my publishers, and it was because Dandelion had literally just hit the New York Times bestseller list on the paperback trade fiction list, which is one of the hardest lists to hit. So really quick, just have to say thank you so much to everybody who supported the book, talked about the book, ordered the book, pre-ordered the book, been working on that book for forever. So before I go any further, I obviously just have to say thank you a billion fucking times for making that happen for me. Literally couldn't have done it without you. You guys are the reason that happened. So thank you so much. And if you have not gotten Dandelion yet, obviously that will be linked down below. So I'm seeing the little emails pop up, I'm ignoring them, and my manager calls me, and I answer on the speakerphone, and I'm like, hey, I'm seeing the emails, I'll email back when I get home, but hell yes, fuck yeah, but right now I'm gonna go because I'm driving and I don't want to get into an accident. So at this point it's like 3 p.m, which is rush hour traffic. I guess in LA it's always rush hour traffic, but specifically rush hour traffic. And I'm almost home, but I'm about to get off on the exit to get gas. So I turn on my signal and I'm trying. What was that? So I turn on my signal and I'm going to get off of the ramp. And by the way, I'm 8 minutes away from home, literally 8 minutes away from home, and even closer to the gas station, 2 or 3 minutes away from the gas station. And I hear my car start going, which for those of you who don't know is Toyota Corolla for, hey, you dumb fucking bitch. E stands for empty, not excellent condition. I'm out of gas. So I throw my hazards on immediately and try to get to the shoulder, but Karen the Corolla did not make it. So now I'm stalled out in a 4-lane highway. That was so annoying. So now I'm stalled out in a 4-lane highway, and you know who's not good in stressful situations? So I'm stalled out, hazards on, cars are piling up behind me like, you know what it was like? Imagine you're on one of the busiest highways in one of the most overpopulated cities in America and your car stalls out. It was exactly like that. So I'm sitting there like, now what? And then this big truck pulls up next to me to help block traffic, and I look over and he starts going, push, push. And I'm like, what? And then I'm looking around at some of the other cars around me and they're all going that way, like get your car over there. And they're all telling me to push my car to the shoulder. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm supposed to push my car. Now, I don't know if that's a choice I would have made on my own, but if there's one thing I've learned about myself in my 29 years, it's don't trust my gut. So me being me, and with all of these people going, push, push. Oh my God, for real? Okay. Guys, I am, you know what, a mess, and please stream and download Shut Me Up on October 30th. I'm gonna drink some of this before I fucking spill it all. So anyway, me being me, and with a bunch of people going, push, push, go that way. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. Listen, I easily succumb to peer pressure, if I'm being honest. But honestly, I just assume that when it comes to like driving and cars specifically, that everybody knows better than me. So I put my car in neutral in the middle of the highway in rush hour traffic, and I got out to push. So let me tell you what's a bad idea. Getting out of your car in the middle of the highway in rush hour traffic to push. So immediately my car starts drifting backwards, obviously. And I'm like, oh, fucking shit. So I run to the back of the car to try to stop it. So now I'm behind my car that is rolling backwards, trying to push it in the middle of rush hour traffic. And here's the thing about pushing a car, I can't. Hey, it's actually pretty heavy. And me, actually pretty strong. However, not that strong. But my main error, besides getting out of the car in the middle of rush hour traffic, was not realizing that the 101 North is uphill. Slightly, gradually, but it is uphill. So I'm behind my car, it's rolling backwards faster and harder than I can possibly manage, and I'm basically just scooting back with it at this point, like, and wow, oh my God, thinking about it in hindsight, it gets scarier and scarier every time I talk about it, because it would have been so incredibly easy for me to get pinned between my back bumper and somebody else's front bumper if they hadn't somehow, straight up, the cars behind me started parting like the Red Sea for my car. But if they hadn't, and my car rolled me into somebody else's, or if somebody behind had not been paying attention, which we'll get to that, and rear-ended one car and they all kind of, I could have easily been crushed, like that one scene in the movie Signs where the mom was crushed between the car and the tree, and they knew that as soon as they pulled the car away that she was going to die, so they went and said their final words to her and said goodbye, and then they pulled the car away and she immediately died. Like, it really could have been like that. Honestly, guys, straight up, this year has done a lot of damage to me in terms of like my faith in humanity and our ability to cooperate as a species. But the way that these cars parted in an almost choreographed way to prevent me from getting pinned between my back bumper and somebody else's front bumper was actually magical and restored my faith in humanity, and I mean that wholeheartedly. And oh my God, the more I think about, the more fucking scary it gets. Like, that could have and should have been actually fatal. I was standing behind a driverless car rolling backwards into oncoming traffic. Like, that was a fucking death wish. Anyway, so I realized the only way to handle this is to jump back into my moving vehicle, throw it into park, and wait for help to arrive. Which, hey, by the way, learn from me. If you ever stall out into the middle of the highway, don't get out and push, no matter how much they're trying to peer pressure you. That is not the answer. So I'm like, here we go. And by the way, this all happens within like split seconds, all of this. I take a breath, I leap to the front door, throw it open, dive in, slam on the brakes, and throw it in park. Look down at my hands, see all my snapped nails, had a split moment of shock, and then reached to close the door. And as I was reaching to close the door, this white BMW comes flying by and slams into my door. So I'm sitting there like, oh my God. And now, just now, truly just now, I'm realizing that could have been my arm, or worse, my entire body. So I'm sitting there in shock and I'm like, okay, obviously close the fucking door. So I reach for the door, try to close it. It is not closing. It is way too bent backwards to close. So now my door is stuck open. Cars are piling up behind me. I'm scared. I'm so fucking embarrassed. I pick up my phone to call Peyton or the police, or I don't even know who I'm supposed to call, and my phone's on 3%. Wow. This is really just telling a lot about me as a person. Car on E, phone on E, spirit on E. So then I look over and I look at the shoulder and I see that the white BMW is over there. He's out of his car waving at me like, come on, like, hello, my BMW is scratched. Get over here and like deal with this. I'm like, hey, dude, why did you think I was sitting in the middle of the highway? Because I got tired and wanted to take a nap? Like, my car doesn't fucking move. So then I'm sitting there, obviously having an anxiety attack, like trying to figure out my fucking life and what to do and hoping that nobody comes and slams. And finally I hear blip, 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 whoop, whoop, blip. I'm trying to make the best police car sound I can. Blip, blip. So finally I hear blip, blip, and I'm like, police? Please take me to jail. I'm a danger to myself and to society. Save me from myself. So a super nice police officer comes up and he says, what's going on? You're stalled out. Do you need me to push you to the edge? And I was like, yeah, please. So he straight up just takes his car and then pushes my car to the edge, which kind of felt like a boat ride, and it was cool. I really liked it. So if you think the story ends here, oh no, it gets better. Well, no, it gets worse, but the story gets better. The situation gets worse. So now I'm on the edge of the road. The BMW guy doesn't say a fucking word to me. The police officer was like, do you guys just want to exchange insurance information or do you want to make a report? And he was like, I'll make a report. But the police officers were so nice. They made me feel so like not stupid, and they were so helpful and kind. By the way, please let me know in the comments below like how many of you have run out of gas, because it does make me feel really stupid, but I feel like every time I tell this story to someone, they're like, oh my god, I've run out of gas before. I've done it on the highway. It's a bad situation. So let me know in the comments below. So then the one police officer was like, hey, I actually damaged your car like pretty badly when I was pushing your car to the edge of the road. Do you want to file a complaint? And I was like, huh? And he was like, that's fresh damage, but that's from me, not from him. So do you want to file a report? And I was like file a police report against you? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I'm good, bro. Thanks for like saving me, LOL. So I'm on the side of the road, car all bent up as fuck, and a car pulls up next to me, stopping traffic, reaches into my bent, broken car door and hands me a brochure and says, hey, we have a car auto body shop. If you ever need any work done to the body of your car, hit us up. The police call the tow truck. The tow truck comes, puts a gallon of gas in my car, and I'm like, how do I pay for this? Do I like get billed to my address? Do I pay now? And they said, oh, no, this is covered by the state. And I was like, okay, my state tax dollars at work. Car doesn't start. Apparently something to do with the fact that we were on an incline and the gas didn't like hit the line that tells it to start the car. I don't know. So the tow truck was like, well, I can't give you any more gas, but I can tow you to a safer spot on the freeway, essentially. So I was like, okay, cool. So then he literally just takes me further up the exit and he was like, all right, that's all I can do. And I'm like, my state tax dollars at work. So I had texted Peyton, asked him to bring me some gas, and dropped him my pin. So I'm just chilling in the tow truck with this guy, right? And this is where it gets a little interesting. And you know what, God bless this tow truck guy. Like, he obviously helped me out in a really tough situation. And for all intents and purposes, which by the way is all intents and purposes, not all intensive purposes. Leave in the comments below which you thought it was, and do not fucking lie to me because I will know if you're lying. So he was like, yeah, you should have never gotten out of your car. And I'm like, well, yeah, I know that. I'm an idiot. And he goes, and I'm not making this up, this is a real conversation I had in 2020. He said, you shouldn't have gotten out of your car dressed like that because it's a distraction to other drivers. And then he for real said this, these are words that came out of his mouth to me, a human being woman, said, yeah, I tell this all the time to strippers and hookers to stay in their car because they're a distraction to other drivers. When I tell you, I'm gonna insert right here. I actually filmed a story time about this right after it happened while my adrenaline was fucking pumping. I'm gonna put that version of it on my Patreon. So hey, patreon.com/GabbyHannah if you wanna see the original version of this video. This is the outfit that I was wearing. It's literally just a workout outfit. I'm wearing full length, high-waisted pants and a workout top. So I'm like, damn, next time I stall out in the middle of the highway in rush hour traffic, I will only get out of my vehicle if I'm wearing a turtleneck. So anyway, I get out and try my car again, but it's still too too uphill and my car will not start. So he asked me if I had somebody coming and I was like, yes, but he's 40 minutes away and my phone's on 1%. And I was obviously like really stressed, but I was just like, thank you so much for your help. I'll be okay right here. He'll be here, you know, eventually, and it'll be fine. So then he's being super sweet and apologizing, and he's trying to tell me where the closest gas station is, which was like literally a minute away from where we were, but for some reason they're not allowed to just take me that far to a gas station, which is like my state tax dollars at work. And he said, I'm really sorry, I wish I could give you more gas, but they like count the gallons and they make sure that we're not giving anybody more than that, so I can't give you any more. So I said, you know, I totally understand, thank you so much, I get it, whatever. Not giving him a hard time at all, of course, it's his fucking job. So he's leaning into the passenger seat and he was like, well, is there anything else I can do for you? And I was like, I don't know, is there? And he was like, okay, I'm not supposed to do this, but I'll pay for it out of my own pocket. I don't care. I'm gonna give you a little more gas. And I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Can I Venmo you? I'm happy to pay you. And he said, no, I cannot accept any money from you at all. I don't care. I'm just gonna give you some more gas. Hopefully this works. And I was like, thank you so much. I mean, like low-key, he was kind of sexist and insulting, so fair trade. But he puts in a little more gas, my car starts, and I'm about to drive off and he's like, hey, your car door doesn't close. You can't just drive off like that. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do? So he comes around my passenger seat and he opens up my car door. He reaches over me, grabs my seatbelt, wraps it around the door handle, then wraps it around my lap. So I'm now tethered to my car door as it's jarred open and I'm driving, and as I'm driving I can feel the car door pushing away with, you know, gravity. But it really was like a minute away. So I got to the gas station, I put in like $15 worth of gas or something. I almost filled up my car and I was like, I'm not going to be able to drive this car, what am I doing? So I put some gas in, wrapped the seatbelt around my lap, drove home, and now I need to get my car fixed. I was actually going to just sell that car and get a new one, but the police officer told me I should call my insurance. I've never called insurance before. For some reason, I'm so afraid of car insurance. I feel like it was ingrained in me to never call or use it, even though I pay for it every month, because like, oh, your rates are gonna go up and da-da-da-da-da. But the police officer told me, call your insurance company. You know, you don't have to claim anything, just let them know. So then I explained the accident to them and they were like, oh, well, this is like a no-fault accident on you, like regardless of everything that happened. Like you were at the time that you were hit in the car was parked, hazards were on, the driver admitted to seeing your hazards and seeing the car door open, and at the end of the day, no matter how you slice the situation, he hit a parked car with their hazards on. So you pay for insurance, use it. We'll fix your car for you. So they're gonna fix Karen. Fun, exciting. I thought that I had lost Karen, and she's honestly like really important to me, and people make fun of me a lot for driving my 2016 Toyota Corolla, but I don't know. I've always felt safe in that car. I won that car in a dance competition, and I like holding on to my things. I don't like getting new things, and it makes me feel better when stuff like this happens. I'm just like, oh, it's just Karen. It's okay. I don't mind if she has a few more scratches. It gives her some personality. So I'm really happy that I get to keep Karen. All in all, everything's good. The only real injury besides my toe was my ego, because it was very embarrassing, all of it. And honestly, my toe probably wouldn't even be that bad right now if I didn't dance on it in heels the next day, but it'll be fine. It's just like a little hairline fracture. We'll get over it. I just feel like this entire situation was such a funny and perfect representation of my life, where it's like I hit the New York Times bestsellers list and then I got hit by a car within 10 minutes. My life is such a roller coaster of high highs and low lows, and that's honestly what keeps me going, like in the tough times. Like the really tough times, is the universe has a really funny way of humbling me. I have an exceptional life that I'm so proud of, but then just shit like this. But hey, thanks for listening to this little story. I hope you had fun. I had fun. It's nice to just like talk to you guys again and like tell stories. I know that's why a lot of you followed me in the first place, and then it felt like it wasn't a thing that people wanted anymore, but like I wanted to do it, so here we are, and I hope you liked it. And I really hope that you love this music video coming out on October 30th. The number of times that I should be dead, I think that that's why I like cats so much, because I definitely have 9 lives, and I feel like that's why I relate to cats. Oh my God, look at this plant. Look how it's leaning towards the sun. Good job, plant, you're so smart. But yeah, I feel like I just really relate to cats, because like we have multiple lives. Wait, how many lives do I have left? Let me think about all the times I should have died. Almost bled out 3 times when I was a kid. Stung by 2 deadly bees when I was highly allergic when I was a kid. Drove off a cliff. Spun out on the highway. Twice. Dude, I have 1 fucking life left. Oh my God. This is so ominous. Happy Halloween. Let's do a little showstopper of the week vibe. Hey, showstopper of the week. Thank you so much for all your support. Hey, thank you so much to my patrons for being my patrons and for supporting my life and my dreams and my goals and for making my music videos possible and my music production possible and for being my music label when I don't have one, because being an independent artist is hard, however exciting, and that's why I hope that you really watch and enjoy my music video on October 30th. And yeah, drive safe. If you saw out in the middle of the highway, don't get out of the car, call the police. Even if people are honking at you and peer pressuring you to get out of the way because they want to be somewhere. And don't be stupid. Hey, you know what, guys? As always, I love you very much. Thanks for being a part of my family, and I'll see you next time.
Hello, handsome. Hi, beautiful boy. You are so cute and precious and perfect. You are so handsome, hiding behind your pillow. You still have all your lives, you lucky little fucker. And how about you? Hi, sweetheart. Hi, you're so pretty.
Not you. I give up on you.